Hi everybody, welcome back to Materia D&D, where we play D&D our way, and thank you for understanding that we miss sessions from time to time. Real life happens. So picking up where we are leaving off with the Crass Menagerie story in session 185. The Crass Menagerie have ventured into the ruins of Greenhill, and now it is a twisted, chaotic landscape of floating earth moats, acid rain, buildings that have been essentially plastered and smashed against surfaces and elongated and stretched that have become part of the terrain, and many, many more strange reality warping things. The highlight of last session, well, we'll start from the beginning, is that the Menagerie managed to ward off using Ben's control weather and a lot of their other resources together to protect themselves from a maelstrom of acid rain, and the entities that came after it, seemingly picking up of the stragglers to consume that could not find shelter in time. However, the Menagerie with Marb knew that it was time to go where they needed to, so after a short rest, they trusted Marb, and he guided them through the ruins of Greenhill, the city itself. And upon venturing, the Menagerie noticed that there was a building floating. Something familiar, but something a little bit different. And upon getting closer to it, as Marb agreed to veer course and check it out, the Menagerie recognized it as the little squat, boarded up, no windows, no doors, air quotes, mage tower that they got in at one point when they were battling Zarya, and they traveled through the sewers and then went up into this thing, and they found a room that allowed them to teleport in local areas throughout Greenhill. This kind of going with their running theory and understanding that likely the chaotic energies of the Mad Titan being summoned all those months ago, and the fact that it had to deal, this mage tower had to deal with portals and teleportation, that somehow that's interacting strangely with the lingering energies and is causing this chaotic realm to bleed into the materia realm proper. Having seen this tower, it's now looking more proper as a tower. It's got multiple floors. They see that it's made of cobblestone, bricks, wood, relatively elegantly carved in some places, not as easily overlooked. Seemingly the glamour spell that was on this tower to make it so that people would forget about it has faded or is weakened substantially based on being in this chaotic realm. Interestingly, the tower itself was being assailed by the same little mad shits that the Menagerie encountered that night where they were reenacting some of their ventures, were the diplomats from the Cerulean kingdoms. And the mad shits are obsessed with this tower. They're like moths drawn to a flame. They're climbing on whatever they can, trying to leap at it. As mentioned, this tower is floating in the air, spinning slowly and on its X, Y, and Z axis freely. And these little shits are grabbing onto it and just trying to gnaw at it and bite into it, seemingly trying to get to its magical sources and getting zapped off like a bug zapper. One of these, in fact, as it got zapped, made eye contact with Davis and turned into Davis, which I told my players it was a legit actual copy of Davis, so that if they left it alive, it could have been two Davises. So maybe Davis would have been playing two Davises, I don't know. But that's what he rolled on the chaos table. So
I accept the challenge.
Yeah, accept the challenge. However, then the group kind of got into some little bit of a cautious mode. Rock was trying to figure out what the distance was to stay from the tower. Cielo decided he was going to go scout the tower and go forward. And so on and so forth. The group kept looking around. Cielo successfully jumped up on the tower, got a rope, tied it off so that his friends can follow him if they so choose. He continued to navigate up as it began to spin and rotate, he didn't really have to worry about the mad shits because they were so focused on the tower, and plus Cielo is incredibly stealthy. Once he got up to a portion of the tower where there was a balcony and he could see in, a lock appeared in front of him, almost goading him and challenging him to open it. Of course, Cielo had to take the opportunity to do the challenge and smashed it with flying colors, getting a natural congratulations from a gargoyle that happened to be standing right next to him. Genuinely impressed and friendly. Cielo thought nothing of it at the moment, and then him and Lunlun, because Lunlun was with him, went inside. Inside, there was a little bit of confusion of what was going on. As Lunlun first ventured in, Cielo thought maybe time was altered or something, but it came out to be the conclusion that it was just such a vast space. While this tower, relatively small, it's a building, but it's relatively small, the interior seems to be exponentially larger. Eventually, once Cielo started feeling confident, went inside, the Menagerie got message via his sending earring, and they began to follow and climb and work their way up. Even with the help of one gargoyle attendant, catching them as they were leaping across the ramparts, trying to get them and helping them in. Seemingly odd behavior for a creature of this type, but allowed them to get in. There, they were introduced to the interior as a group, and its custodian, without a name, he kind of began to introduce himself, talk up to the group, wanted to make sure everyone was doing well. It was kind of nice to have some company after such a long time. And he recognized Rock's quill. Magical quill of dictation that he's had since session, 5 maybe before then, that the Menagerie found in the ruined merchant caravan that was traveling north from Greenhill up towards Volpine or Whitlaw, unsure, because it was stopped before then in the swine fields. There they also collected many other items, but this happened to be one of the items there. Not having a name, Allegretto thought it was important for him to have a name, and thus he was dubbed Magnus. Magnus is the greatest name that's ever been. He will tell you that is the best name that's ever been because it is his name. And he is super happy to be known as Magnus, and all of you, well, unfortunately are not named Magnus, so therefore you're not as good as Magnus, but you're pretty close, just not up to Magnus's level. But you'll understand soon what all that means. But then Magnus got a little bit serious, and he understood that the group, capable, their adventures, they are here for a reason and a purpose, and you know what? His master hasn't been here for he doesn't know how long, and he's kind of bored, and he's kind of fed up, and he's lonely, and he just wants to have company. So Magnus decided, you know what? Bam. He opened up a desk, and within it was this magical blue glowing glyphed scroll. And upon opening it, it engaged a puzzle. And the puzzle represented a cipher. And the cipher is the proprietors of this major tower, which we're fairly certain is Rocket, Galus. He created a cipher. And if the Menagerie were able to crack his own cipher, they would theoretically be able to understand anything and everything that was written by him in his domain, in his tower. And yeah, they managed to crack it. This was done not as characters, but as players. And they basically had a puzzle where it was 26 spaces, but they never even realized it was 26 spaces. And they had numerous shapes. There were obvious shapes. And then the division of the sides by 360 equals the spots that they had to fill out. So they had a line, which is 180. They had a square, which was 90, 90, 90. They had a hendeca on what are a 12-sided star in our world, which was 32.72, etc. They had a circle, which is literally its own number, 360. They had a triangle, which was 120, 140, 360, and then they had a pentagon. And it happened to nicely fill out the cipher. Now that the Menagerie has figured out the cipher, yeah, we'll see what they're able to uncover here in the mysteries of Rocket's Mage Tower. Is there anything I missed or anything you guys want to bring up? Try to be a little bit more long-winded because it's been a couple weeks.
I think that was good.
All right. All right. So yeah, guys. Well, first, let me introduce you to Magnus because I actually went ahead and something I didn't make very clear, and I apologize. So Magnus, this is not just the. So there are many gargoyles. At least now that you've been on the outside, you've kind of diversified it. And like Cielo, when you got to the very top, you went up onto the second rafters in here, and then you started to kind of work the walkways and stairways that just kind of went wherever you were walking to kind of help you guide your way up to the central chamber room. That whole thing that we drew on. Did I move you guys over here?
Yep.
Move you guys over. Yeah. So that little thing, like, there was 4 gargoyles on each side. Magnus, seemingly, his consciousness can be projected into any of these gargoyles. He can manifest anywhere. So like when you were talking with your friends outside and they were leaping to get in, the stone gargoyle that you were talking to froze, and then Magnus was on another gargoyle just catching them and throwing and helping them across. So he seemingly can be in many places at once in his mage tower because Magnus is just Magnus. He's the best. He's the greatest. His name's Magnus. Come on, get up to his level. You can't. So I went ahead and I didn't think about it, but I went ahead and got him a token because sometimes you create a character and your players like it. So, thanks. Old school. If you're an old school League of Legends fan, this is old school Galio art because he's awesome. Yeah. So that is Magnus's we'll just call it air quotes true form. So that will represent him. And then this other guy right here, just because I forgot. At one point, the group asked Quilly, whatever you want to call it, him and them, the Quill, to sketch their previous owner, the previous master, and this individual was drawn by Quill. So, all right. So my players, you are still in this vast space. The symbol, the understanding that you have cracked the cipher, the glyphs that were around it begin to just glow and spread and crackle out and phase through you and through the entirety of the area. As it seemed like the energy dissipates throughout and then crackles down. The cipher is still before you as you wish to reference it. Again, not needed because you guys are just going to have it. But what would you guys like to do? Marb will just say, that was cool. That was cool. You guys are smart.
Cool, but confusing. So what did it do?
This is Magnus. I don't know. You should be able to. So you guys are smart. Use it. Figure it out. I can't tell you. I wish I could, but like when I wanted to say his name, I can't. There's rules that bind me. It's not fun.
Yeah, you're really into names, so.
Y'all good, Magnus.
Sorry.
So, does it open? And Al's gonna very hesitantly try to touch it.
Oh yeah, no, the scroll was already open. Like it was fully open for you as you cracked it. Yeah, he was able to open it for you, and that was like where. And then now you figured out the cipher, it pulses out. Al, as you look at it, for the sake of a little bit of clarity, as you're looking at the cipher, you're now able to make out what was these odd mathematical symbols and everything are now forming into letters. So you can read what's there.
Oh, yeah. I can read it. I've always been able to read it. I guess the decipher. What's it? What's the word for the cipher? The cipher scroll.
Yeah.
Does it say anything, or is it just a cipher?
Yeah, so it literally, now that you've unlocked it, it's magic. Now that you look around, go ahead and give me an investigation check out.
Oh, I have special eyes.
Spatial eyes.
My brain.
My brain. That was a 14 for you.
14 total. as you kind of look at the cipher, he did pop this out of one of these really nice, like, deep dark wood desks with runic inlay and everything, and there are some tomes on there. Kind of look to the side of the tome. It'll say, Elohi, creatures of great power and mystery. And then you look at it again, and then you kind of cross your eyes, and it's all this gibberish, and then you look at it straight. Elohi, creatures of great power and mystery. You can read in here now. Everything that was protected by the cipher is now legible to you.
The second time my vision focuses on the Elohi book, I snatch it. That's say out loud. This one's important. This one's important. First thing I do is I'm gonna fan the pages and see if there's any pictures.
So you do.
It's a flip book.
Yeah, of course, it is how there is tons of sketches and doodles and conceptual arts and words that run into images, as you would kind of imagine a scholar might write something and try to depict, or how early botanists and entomologists and biologists that went to the Galapagos, they wrote notes and they drew pictures. Same thing.
I'll one hand close the book, hold it up. Elohi? Elohi, not bugs, not animals. Elohi, the guy, he studied it. I'll lay it on the table and open it up to the first few pages. What is?
First few pages, you'll see his classic, very stylized and elongated R, kind of representing his way of introducing that it's his material. He is clearly arrogant and pompous in some degree. And then, it'll kind of have a symbol of like a wheel broken into like slices of a pie. And just to make sure that I'm not lying to you, let me make sure that I didn't forget something and I didn't add anything to my original Elohi notes. I would feel bad if I did. But if I do recall...
So to be clear, the book that Al is now looking at before just seemed like a legible script.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. It was written in something that none of you guys could read, and as the runes from the scroll pulsed out through you guys and everything,
Right.
Anything you're looking at will now, as long as you know the language, it'll be more or less deciphered for you, or if it's in his special cipher code that he created for himself, you'll be able to read that as well, as far as you can understand. Wow, where did I put my notes for these guys? That's not that. Oh geez, some of these are some old notes. I don't even remember some of this stuff.
You get a 5-year campaign going.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. This is for fun. I kind of remember these names, but they never came into. We got Vaporwing, Ember Talon, Quake Soul, Zephyr Heart, Penumbral, and Vimmental. Was apparently some things you could have run into if you took a story some direction.
Still can.
I don't know who on the Pantheon Al follows, but he's following these people now. They sound sick.
I can tell you they're not Pantheon. I can tell you that.
They're in Al's
But they
Pantheon.
can kick Pantheon's ass now. Yeah.
Yeah, they're Al's own custom little Pantheon now. Okay, no, really.
Cool.
Alright, going off the top of my head, just because I can't seem to find my Loki notes. I know they're in here, I'll just have to do something. So, one of the pictures is a serpentine-like creature, a dragon. Another image is a large hulking mass of like a humanoid, made of like stone and lightning, and that represents giants. Another one is beasts of all manner of size and shape. Bears, birds, creatures of that. They need to have like
Galactica.
Huh?
You said bears, birds, and I said Battlestar Galactica.
Bears.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got to throw that.
What
No,
bear
it's
is
good.
best?
Those would be like the noble beasts. And then I know there's a third one and a fourth one, and right now I'm just blanking on it because I can't find my notes and it's been a long time. Yes, thank you. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then you have creatures that seem to have bestial-like bodies with elegant wings and humanoid-like faces. Thank you. You know what, Danny, you get an inspiration that you can give to the group
As I
for
say, I already
remembering.
have one, so
No, it can just be a group pool.
okay, I'll
That's
put it
fine.
in the pool then.
Like, it's just been, there's so much lore that I had to like re-memorize for this week. Like, I forgot some of my other stuff. So yeah, so it literally is like a circular depiction, a wheel of all four of them kind of chasing each other on this. So dragons, giants, sphinxes, and noble beasts. Cielo, give me a. You know what? Give me a. And go ahead and let's do an investigation check, Cielo. Of your conscious and from your blood being drawn. 23. Okay. Oh, I always forget that you have that as okay. So yeah. You see the yeah, yeah. You see the Sphinx in the drawing, and you look at it, and you see that it has like a feline like paw, and then you just kind of instinctively draw your eyes upward, and you saw the little glass case that has a giant ass paw in it. The man took the Sphinx's paw, and he's got it on display in his. Yeah, this guy.
So am I still at this door or am I with the
Oh,
group?
you're with the group. You're with the group. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys all came together to figure out the cipher.
I remembered that part. I just wanted to track my token over.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
So as everybody's kind of like, so Al's tucking into books, I'm like, so the puzzle just means we can read his books now?
Well, I mean, I don't know. It means that you can understand what he didn't want people to understand. You're smart enough to understand his code.
Oh.
You're able
This
to do
means
that.
the door is open now, right?
I don't know.
Is there a door
I
that was
mean-
locked?
Well, there was a door that he didn't want me to open until something happened, and I'm guessing this was the something.
I think we came
Well-
back downstairs.
Well, he took me downstairs, and then here you guys
I mean,
are,
I'll take
and
you
we
to check
did.
that out.
Hello.
So as he's talking, Magnus just points up. He's like, "You're welcome to go up there. It's just I don't know if you want to go up there alone
Yeah.
and ill-informed. But hey, you guys have earned your access up there. You want me to carry you up there? Maybe faster than you walking.
I mean, if everybody else is ready, if we're done looking at stuff. I mean, doesn't sound like they're done looking at stuff yet, but
I mean,
I'll,
you'll ever be looking at stuff. My place is amazing.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of stuff to look at. We can kind of split our efforts, I think, right? Like,
Al's flipping through the book really fast. He's like, "Is the inept sausage mentioned in the dragon section?" And he'll kind of like absently be hearing stuff, so he'll pick it up and just kind of start. He's not looking up to follow somebody, but he's following somebody.
What were you looking for exactly? Sorry.
Is the inept sausage in here? He's referring to.
Oh.
Jar.
Give me another investigation check.
Yo.
wait, who are you referring to?
Aristotar.
Oh,
The
Aristotar.
spoil. Aristotar are the
Yeah,
winds of avarice. I don't remember all the
Avatar of
titles.
Avarice.
And
I have my 3 luckies. I'm gonna re-roll that.
We also
Okay.
we have 4 inspirations for the group too.
Hmm. Son of a bitch.
it's meant to be.
Hey, how's an 11? If I can't see your face, I look for gold.
Yeah, so you'll be flipping through there for a while. Just through a simple flip through, Al, you will not find it. You might be able to find something if you spend some time with it, and maybe find reference to something. But as you mentioned, you're kind of following someone moving around, kind of flipping through it. Nothing catches your eyes yet.
Probably bumping into stuff too.
Yeah.
Stupid wall! Can't you see I'm flipping through a book?
So yes, The
Yeah.
room is yours. Marb will be like, is this place safe from outside, Magnus?
Good question.
Say, I mean, I've been floating here for a while. I don't know. Nothing's really gotten in. There's a bunch of little mosquitoes.
Yeah,
Every
that's what I was
bite?
gonna say. Those things never make it in here, I assume.
No, not yet. I mean, y'all are the only people that have gotten in here since. Oh, well, apparently Quilly let me know that I missed people got in here at one point, but
Alright.
what year is it on your calendar?
269?
Of what?
Post Black Treaty?
What's this Black Treaty thing?
I mean, I think if I recall correctly, it had something to do with your boss.
Cool. Well, I've been out for a while then because they've changed the fucking calendar on me.
Ooh, what calendar do you remember? It's the last year, you remember?
I mean, there was a big war. It was the Black War. I'm assuming Black Treaty, Black War thing going on.
Yeah, kind of.
Uh, yeah, I mean, it was towards. Oh, wait, what year was it? We were on the the Illenvalian calendar, I think it was. So they've been reigning for almost 1,000 years. I think it was like year 800 Illenvalian, something like that. History check. If you're proficient in history, I will give you a check.
Thank you.
Not
I
this
was
thing.
gonna slow turn towards the party like, oh,
God, what's so funny about running Davis and Ben is if there's ever an intelligence check, I'm just like, nope. Although he does have religion, I guess, but yeah, other than that.
So yeah, if you're proficient in history, you can give me a history check.
Is Marb? I don't know.
You might be. 926. Alright. If that's everybody that's rolling, alright. So Al, you've heard of Illenvalian. It was the calendar before the PBT. Named after the Illenvon dynasty that started the whole Black War 1,000 years ago or so.
oh, they're the baddies. Okay.
Rock, yeah. So Illenvalian, the calendar ended at the beginning of year 1 PBT. It was officially dropped because the nation states, the regions, the peoples of Kled wanted to start new and afresh and essentially bury the 1,000+ years that of the Illenvon family that was from the crown lands. I will go ahead and grab a map just to help you guys. There we go. So they are from the crown lands over here, and kind of close to kind of on the eastern coast of Kled, underneath of Rune. Excuse me, eastern coast of Rune, underneath the Shield Maidens, those mountains that separate the Crown Lands from the Pharaoh Lands. They were run by a very powerful family that at one point Lord Illenvon came into power, and he fucking went nuts. He went scorched earth on anyone. He kind of started assuming and amassing and annexing everyone around him. Started to fund in research into magic and everything like this. Used it as a power, and essentially that's what sparked the 1,000-year war known as the Black War that engulfed all of the continent of Rune, so bled out to other parts of Materia proper. Yeah, he was a bad guy. And it didn't end with his death. So it kind of continued with his heirs and his family, and eventually he was defeated, their line was defeated, and eventually that's when the Black Mage appeared simultaneously in every point of power all at once in around the continent, demonstrating their sheer capacity and control of magic, and basically forced everyone to agree to end the war because he showed them the future that there would be no materia soon if they didn't. That is Rock's 26 history check. And, because it's 26, you bought it at 25. 25 or higher. If he said, oh, fuck, it's been a while. So, 268 years ago would have been the end of the Elevalian calendar. And it's been a few hundred years for our good friend Magnus here, at least. So he's probably been dormant for 400, 500 years. Give or take. If that helps with timelines.
Just taking notes.
Yep. And I expect you guys to take a lot of them, unfortunately. So I will go back to the tower
Yeah.
page.
I mean, I'm just not into poring over books, and if we haven't discovered all the places in here, I figured we should check them out. So
Magnus kind of goes next to you. What are you into?
I mean, there's whatever the Dorciel I wanted to go check out seems good to me.
I mean, I can't stop you. I just
I mean,
don't.
so
He really doesn't want us to go in there.
do you know what's in there?
I know what used to be in there.
What was it?
I can only assume what is in there. I cannot confirm or deny what is in there.
What was in there?
His matrix that allowed him to move around the city.
And that's
Well, that sounds awesome.
yeah, saying that's dangerous.
We've been there, right?
I cannot sense what is in there. Does that not make sense to you? I do not know. I normally know what is going on in this tower. This tower is me. Me, the tower. I am the tower. The tower is me.
Okay.
I cannot feel what is in there.
Why is he making a room for the tower to know it's in the tower? That's a bit of a dick move.
No, I used to know what's in the tower. Now I don't know.
You just don't want us to
my
open
bad.
the door because you're scared of what you don't know.
Okay,
Please.
yes, good point. Fair point. Magnus is scared of something. I have a conscience. I have emotions. I'm
Yeah,
made of
that's fine.
stone and get stuff, but I have emotions.
Come here,
I'm
man.
just-
Come here, man. I'm over him hug.
One of his wings kind of went through.
Constitution saving throw.
Get this!
Suffocate.
No, in case of that, he's just literally freaking. He doesn't want you to go in there because can sense what's in the tower. He
But not
can't
there.
sense.
Well, honestly, frankly, guys, that might be what we are here for then, right? Like,
Oh, totally. Opening that door could break everything. In reality, it could literally destroy the world. But I
It's
think
the-
we should open the door anyway.
It might be where the tears are. We need.
yeah, that's kind of what I meant.
Okay. This is dangerous.
Or
okay.
it is just like a big tear or something. I don't know.
I remember when we saw, the big evil in the sky. We all saw something a little different. If anybody sees something akin to what you saw that day, let's close the door. What do you say?
I'm not even saying we should necessarily open the door. I'm just curious now.
Have we tried knocking on the door and saying, "Hey, is there anything there that's scary?"
Yeah, let's do it.
Like this is step one. Go team.
Who's got the loudest knock? I'm gonna like a Davis and Caros.
I've got an Alohi book. That's like a hammer. Look at this thing. It's a damn tomb.
As a reminder, as you guys are kind of looking up at the door, it's not an oubliette because an oubliette is like the top of that goes down, but essentially like this little piece that kind of hangs down. You see the stairs and the different walkways begin to self-align, almost understanding that that's where you guys want to go. Kind of in the second tier of this, so you can take the spiral stairs up to the side balconies and then work your way, and they'll just guide you up there. As you are looking around this place, again, massive, tons of different furniture, studies, things on displays, bookshelves. It's a museum and a library. It's a laboratory. It's a home. It's everything kind of put in one place. But yeah, go ahead and do as you wish.
Yeah, I'm gonna go knock.
Alright. Take you a few minutes to get up there, as
I'll follow him. And as I walk by our friend, I'm just, I have my own tower too.
really? That's
It's pretty nice.
so.
Inside out.
So who did you convince to make a pact with to have a tower?
No one. We just made a tower.
Oh. Okay, so there's not like someone in your tower that is your tower.
It's just my tower. There's been lots of people in my tower. There's probably someone in it right now. I don't know. I'm not.
You want to make your tower inside of my tower so we can go into your tower?
I like where it is.
Okay.
Yours is not in a good location currently. But maybe if we get fixed.
If it's safe and if it's fixed, can we link them?
I don't know. Be down to drive. Tower reception.
I'm definitely like trying to make eye contact with everyone to not have people be like, Rock's Tower is just basically a sandcastle.
No, it's a tower. It's more than I ever made.
Yeah, you just need to know I have a tower too.
Dude's got a tower. Too cool for a security system. It's a good neighborhood.
So, Rock, as you are walking with the group, because I think you said everybody's going to the door.
Mhm.
Is that what I heard? I just want to confirm. If you're moving towards the door, move your token on the page up towards the door. So I know who's on the right. I guess Marv would join you guys.
From afar.
Pebbles.
You ready for some adventure?
I'm gonna bring Pebble out from the Fruit Loops.
She's on
There you
the
go,
top right.
Okay.
So big.
But she's gonna hang back with this thing.
He's not. He's
That's
not here.
just reference.
This is the.
Yeah. Well, wherever.
Alright. Karos, are you staying at the tower or? Again, this place is massive. There are
Yeah.
different ornaments on the walls. There's different weaponry on the walls. There seems to be trophies scattered about, tomes, knickknacks, sculptures, statues, just anything and everything you can kind of imagine inside of an insanely large interior of a mansion.
And the not oubliette place is the place where he can't sense what's
Yes.
going on. Okay.
Yeah, and it is quite literally, if you look up, it is the center point of the ceiling, which is like based on the dimensions of this place, a few 100 feet up. Your friends had taken stairs to get like to the little second portion, which has like a wrapped balcony around it that kind of leads you to like other places within this confined space. And they were just taking the shifting stairways and walkways to get up there. And that's where they're going.
I'll probably go with them to investigating would be
Okay.
something
Everybody
new, but considering it's a place that's a place of question, we don't know what's gonna be in there. Karis is like, we're gonna have to fight something in there. I know it.
Yeah. Alright. So as you all, the entire menagerie plus Barb, honorary member or OG member,
Yes.
founding member of the
Permanent member.
menagerie, traverse the walkways as they link into place, moving as you guys move to allow you to get access to this little bit of ceiling that droops down, and on each side is a door. Each corner has a gargoyle facing outwards. One of the gargoyles is actually missing because that is the one that Magnus is now occupying. The door is before you. It is a simple wooden door with a metal frame. Nice, elegant filigree and everything. Like it's designed
Knob
nicely.
handle. What do we get?
Latch. Like
Latch. Okay. Yeah. At first, I'll just. So we're all pretty close.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna be standing like in front of the frame, but off to the side of it, kind of just like literally like open hand, kind of palm slap on the door, like hello, anything in there?
Yeah, so I would say there's probably room for 4 of you guys shoulder to shoulder. It's probably about 20 feet wide at most. the door is not that wide, but the space leading up to the door is that wide. So as you kind of palm it, silence. Silence.
Is there any way you guys could like? Trying to think if there's any way to like see on the other side of this without actually opening it. Then I'll just kind of look at all of our magical people. And as I also look at the list of spells that Ben has.
You're good.
I mean, is there any windows other than this door? Or is
Windows?
it just the door? Is there any
No.
like lock hole?
Oh, good point.
No, there's no like, there's no peephole or anything. There's no lock for you to look through, and it's just a latch. That's just on the side. And Cielo, as you go up, just because you instinctively know to look, there's not even like a steam. Like, you can't slide anything underneath it, through the sides, and the door is too tall for you to get on and like check the top of it. But it just seems like almost perfectly cut to fit.
At one point, Rock had detect magic, but I'm sure that's long gone.
Oh yeah, that only lasts like 10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah, okay.
And I would just, you guys know, Rock would have a headache walking around with detect magic in here.
Oh, true, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not blistering, but like, you know, he's gotten better at accepting the information, but a lot of things in here are magic.
Like, Ben will stay, like, kind of far enough away, like, a good 60 feet away, at least. Like, you said that we can only fit, like, 4 of us on the whatever landing there, so Ben will stay out of range.
Sure.
Like, close enough to where within a turn or two he could, you know, get there, but far
That's
enough
fine.
that most, like, common effects would not hit him.
Understood.
So Davis at this point is just kind of, like, deeply taking a deep breath and looking at the rest of the group as if to be like, well, we all know what the next thing I'm gonna try is gonna be. If anybody's gonna stop me, now's the time.
Yeah, I mean, smoke and mirrors only get me so far, but this door is pretty above my pay grade. I did most of the trekking, but this door is not mine.
I think you got the right idea. I think you know, very magically inclined, very magically deterred. I think if anybody can do this, you can do this. I'm gonna slap Davis
Yeah.
on the back and give him a bardic inspiration.
Alrighty, and then I'll kind of off to the side of it. So say the latch is on the right-hand side, I would actually stand on like the left-hand side of the door, and then sort of like open it such that I'm not in the open part of it, but just ever so slightly, and then wait, just like crack it open and then hold it open and just like wait, listen,
Okay.
see if anybody sees anything.
Get a strength check.
Sure, just playing with strength proficiency, or just strength.
It can be athletics if you're pulling on it.
Yep.
Do you wanna borrow my crowbar?
There's no space for a crowbar.
Damn it. I've tried everything.
Just yeah, I'll let a 22 slide. 22.
You can't even get a grip on it. You're trying to. Nope.
Oh, jeez. Alright.
He's struggling. Like Davis is struggling. He's like trying. He's trying to flex his fingers. Just keep sliding off. It's like he can't get finger grip because Davis has good finger strength. Nope.
Yeah, it's not budging.
I just was like, sorry, I can't do anything.
Dejected, I'll walk away. That was really well. That's all I got.
Say, good try, buddy.
Thanks.
Anything from anyone else?
Can I Can I tap the door with the book? Just kind of slap it a couple times. Pop, pop, pop.
It sounds like a leather-bound tome slapping on a very heavy door.
I whisper to the door. Zygmunt is cool. Does that do anything?
No.
Artificer with some
Damn it.
dynamite when you need one. Damn.
Ooh.
Al.
Did you say dynamite? Wait, did you say dynamite?
Do you say it out loud?
Did you say that out loud?
Yes.
Marv will pull out a stick of dynamite. He
Whoa,
literally
whoa,
said
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Between all his feathers, you got like 8 sticks.
Marv gave me a list of things that he wanted to have, and I said, okay. So yeah, he had dynamite.
My time has come.
Did he do anything with it?
So he just puts it out. He's like, I'm not going to be responsible for blowing.
No, yeah. If you're lighting that thing, I'm getting the hell out of here. But Al, you said Zygmunt is cool? Is that what you said to that thing? Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what he would say to get in. What's his
I mean,
password or something?
For someone who was asking about names, he has renamed himself. You can see the symbol. He's renamed himself to Rocket, so he probably wouldn't want to call himself Zygmunt.
That was
Refer
during
himself
this
as
time.
Rocket.
I get real close to the door, uncomfortably close. Rocket is cool. Finger gun the door. Anything?
Finger gun the
Eh?
door.
Eh? I don't think it's working, Davis.
I really wish something would happen, but no. I wanna,
Yeah,
we're doing
it's
it up.
just, I just wanted
In
to
that
make
case,
sure you
after I say,
realized he clearly wants to be called Rocket.
Since nothing does happen, after I say Rocket is cool, I like there be an uncomfortably long silence.
Davis, as you say that, Quilly will float up and just poke you in the back of the neck.
What the? What? What?
Really is cool.
Oh, so Quilly
Oh,
can fly? I forget. It can just like float.
Yeah, it's a quill of dictation.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
can always write stuff. So, but it looks like it has a little bit more leeway in here.
Was there some? Did I do something wrong, sir?
It floats down to your hand and like pokes it.
Yeah, I'll open it up so that it can write on it.
It's, uh, it says rocket, ROQUETTE, and then there's an equal sign, Zygmunt, and then there's a slash through the equal sign.
Wait, it's spelled like that?
Well, like that.
ROQUETTE,
Then it said like not equals Zygmunt.
not equal Zygmunt.
Interesting. So they're two
Oh, really?
different people?
And it does a check mark in the air. And there's a little bit of magic, so you see like the glowing check mark float in front of you. Ding!
Ooh.
Oh, I thought they were the same. Also, did anybody know that Rocket was spelled like this? And I'll hold up my hand, although I don't know if it's big enough for anybody to see, but it's spelled like our rock, but with just some extra letters.
That's not the pronunciation. That's like Roque. That's fancy to talk.
Is that like Ushabti or something? Like, what the heck is this spelling?
No. Is anyone... Okay, this is going to be a little bit of a weird one. Trying to remember what it is. If you are proficient in... Sorry. If you're proficient in Insight and have 16 or higher intelligence, no, 14 or higher intelligence, you can roll me a check real quick.
What kind of check?
Insight?
Inside?
Yeah, Insight check? Yeah.
I'm 0 for 3.
So inside check if you have a what, man?
If you're proficient in Insight, 14 or higher intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I had to put little gates on things because you guys are like. I need to make it a little bit. Yeah, yeah.
It's a secret.
Yeah, here we Aldegretta.
Powerful.
I will. I didn't. I need to go. I'm not in. Sorry. There you go.
Oh. Whoops.
I think Kyle can do a roll, and then. Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay, so Yeah, so I'm going to jump back here real quick. And this is going to be a little bit of a break, but this is just kind of something that was subtle in the puzzle. But obviously, you guys had no way to get back to the original configuration. All right.
Ooh.
So, if we look at what was originally written, this is where ego comes in. And this is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, N, O, P,
Fuck.
Q, R. So the circle is R. It is 360 degrees. It is the single number that he kept going back to in the cipher. So R is the most important letter in his cipher. That's why I put it as 360 degrees, the circle, R. There's an R right here. So Rock and Karos, as you guys kind of had been, because you guys spent time. You guys as players figured out the cipher quickly, but it took you hours of work to uncrack his cipher. This right here, let me draw. I will grab something and I will let you guys try to figure out. There you go. What does that spell? I'll let you guys figure that one out.
Those Magnus.
I put an R. Well, that's if I misspelled it, but I don't think I did. Let me see.
Is this the square right?
Nope. I put it in the wrong spot. Square is not supposed to be there.
Is it supposed to be a triangle, I think?
Damn it. One sec. Where I had it in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's M and O. Did I just put them in the wrong order? I may have just put them in the wrong order. R, O, Q. Yeah, it's supposed to be triangle.
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay. Yeah, it's rock. Spelled like rock.
Yeah, there you go. Rock was in the puzzle the entire time. There you go.
I am.
That's all. There you go. So, yeah, so with that insight check, going to the cipher, so Rocket was egotistical. Rocket wanted to be the best. Rocket created the cipher and started it all around the R, and that's why the R is the 0, because 360 degrees, for the sake of the manifestation, is the most important symbol in this, because everything comes back at 360 degrees, so that's where the cipher came. So yeah, have fun knowing that Rock is that. So something you get from that as well, the way that Magnus is speaking is literally like he wants to help you, but he physically cannot. And part of that is due to how he is bound to the tower and how the tower is bound to him. So you guys could potentially unbind him from the tower and maybe get some more help. But right now he's just limited based on the magic.
And not as Davis, I'm thinking like unbinding him from the tower, like while we're in the tower, maybe not such a great idea. But he may not be able to leave the tower either.
Let me put it this way. So when I say unbind, not like removing him from the tower, just removing the limitations that are placed upon him while he's in his own tower. That makes sense. So the tower will still be the tower. The tower still function. It's just the checks and balances that Rocket put on Magnus to make sure that Magnus couldn't rebel against him.
Would be
Removed.
removed.
Or at least squelched.
Yeah, dampered, whatever.
That's all. That was a little fun little thing that I put in the little puzzle, and I accidentally put it in the wrong order, so thank you for realizing. So yes, Zygmunt and Rocket are not the same person.
So,
Davis, for the sake,
okay,
this is part of your this is part of your background.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me a. It's going to be a charisma-based check.
Okay.
it's kind of going back on your background. So we'll just give me a charisma check with proficiency. We'll just call it a pirateering check.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It'll just be a persuasion check on the thing, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
There we
let's
go.
go.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
nice. Okay. Yeah. So it kind of clicks with you. I want to drag you down for this one, so I want you to explain it to them. So yeah, I'm dragging you down for a second.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. And it's kind of fitting that it's pirates. So, a common mortal reaction to someone of power is to be envious of them and to want to get better than them or take their place. And maybe take over.
Right.
And experience, like what you saw, is like a lot of times someone of notoriety on the seas, they take someone in and try to build them up and have them have trust.
Yeah.
They never fully trusted them because they knew that once they get to a certain point, what's stopped them from stabbing them in the back? Unless they built a very strong bond and relationship. So you're starting to get, Davis is starting to get this like scratchy, itchy feeling that because you have the scarf that has the Z that was turned into an R.
Yeah.
That Zygmunt probably is either Rocket's father or with a natural 20, probably not father, but probably someone that rescued Rocket from a situation at one point and took him in, trained him, taught him, take care of him, treated him like his own
Protege.
child.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Rocket eventually got tired of the old man and tried to take over. Hint, he's not the original Hendecolite. He took over the mantle of the Hendecolite.
So Zygmunt was the original. Rocket is the
Zygmunt
usurper.
is for you. This is for me telling you.
Right.
Zygmunt was a black mage.
Got it. And then Rocket.
So Zygmunt was a black mage. The black mage was the Hendecolite.
Right.
Rocket was the protege or something to Zygmunt, and then eventually tried to replace Zygmunt.
Interesting. Okay.
And took on the mantle of the Hendecolite. But that's like what you get from like always people kind of trying to, and that kind of comes from where like it might have been, I'm just gonna make up random pirate names, right? It might have been like Redbeard's thing, and then Redbeard was killed by Blackbeard, and then they just they.
Well, and real quick before we go back up, but it's like, frankly, that's one of the reasons why Davis was a very, very, very good choice for a second in command, because he doesn't have that, like, drive.
Yeah. So I don't know how you want to present it, but a big thing is like, because you rolled a natural 20, you're fairly certain that it wasn't like his biological child.
Got it.
It was likely someone he found, someone that had potential, and then he wanted to bring them up. And then over the years, and I will give you this, Davis can kind of put it together, even with his low intelligence. We're talking hundreds of years here, so that means that Zygmunt must have been a species that lived for a very long time. Rocket, you don't know. He may have been someone that didn't, and then maybe that's some of his obsessions. So that's all. I'll leave it at that. Okay?
Yep. Alright.
Cool.
Although I'm trying to remember what keyed this off. Was it just Quilly talking to us about this? I'm trying to remember.
The Quilly and them saying, then Al saying Rocket, and you're saying Zygmunt, and you said, hey, why not Rocket? And then Quilly's.
Yeah. So yeah, Rocket's not Zygmunt, but they clearly both had something, or they like at least worked together in some respects, I would assume, right? Because like to get this stigma, and it's, I don't know. It feels like there's probably at least, if not familiarity, like cooperation between them. But then maybe maybe Rocket just decided to take things over? I don't know. But it feels like they definitely knew each other. Yeah, that's all. I don't know.
Magnus will kind of put up the they. How can I say this without spell keeping me from saying it? Zygmunt found Rocket. Oh, I can say that out loud. Cool. Whoa, I was able to say his name. Whoa.
Whoa.
Wait, no. Wait, because you know I can say it.
Oh, okay. So if we figure something
Oh.
out, you can confirm it. Basically, is that what it sounds like?
Whoa.
Quilly, is that the case?
The spell knows that you know that we know? That's cool.
Quilly would kind of float over and then kind of go up to one of y'all. He needs a hand. Quilly's like, I need a hand.
Me.
Quilly says,
Can I turn to a blank page in the Elohi book, or is this writing in the air?
no, that's fine. Yeah, if you give him a break punch, he will scribble the fuck if you'd like Quilly scribble.
Like, wait. Fine. Towards the back. Let's go.
This is kind of playing on Davis's check. That was the last Quilly to talk. Yeah, it'll say, Zygmunt, aka, and I just write Z for the sake of it, found Rocket, writes R. Z found R many years ago. Z train R become protege. R, this tower. R, leave. I don't know more.
The last two. Who found the tower?
Rocket made tower. And Squilly doesn't know more because they've been in here for, as the calendar check, like 400 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when Magnus says, wait, Quilly, how did you betray Rocket? And then Quilly just writes on Al's cheek, never betray. It's like, but you're only supposed to work for him.
Do I have enough space for a reply?
No, Quilly just floats and just kind of spins.
Hey,
Take out my
Quilly.
shield to read my face.
Hey, Quilly. Is Rocket here in the tower now? And I'll just hold up my hand, or you can like check mark in the air or X mark, whatever.
He will say a piece on your hand.
Is that piece with one of us in this room?
Oh, come on. You know, everybody knows who you're talking about.
Al points to Lunlin. Is it her?
Carlos just slaps you. Not hard. It's just like,
So, yeah,
I'm trying to keep it to yes or no, okay?
Yeah,
just-
Quilly will just kind of float over Rock. You're like,
no, that's not it.
I'm sorry.
Rock. I think it's time we talk about your past.
What? What past? I don't have a past.
I mean, you might.
I told you guys all the relevant things of my past. You've met one of the only two real significant people, sort of, kind of. I mean, you were there, but popped out in the book.
The book guy? Caden
Yeah.
or whatever?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's not much else to tell. I mean, I had weird visions,
I mean, I have
but
that.
those are just visions, right?
Yeah, I mean, I have that. We went into my dreams, for crying out loud.
we have a room for that.
To going into
Magnus,
dreams or visions?
Yes.
And like what he said. Yes, we have a room for that.
Dreamcatcher.
Later. We'll do that later, maybe. Probably not though. Why does this thing think that there's a piece of this rocket guy in you, and why does his name so much like yours? Wait, but you weren't always called Rock. Like you weren't born that way. Like didn't Caden name you that?
Yeah, Rock's not my real name.
I know. I mean, Davis isn't my real name
Just
either.
just a
Wait. Magnus pipes in. Who said what now?
My-
You said,
Run
who
that
said
name
Seal
back.
is my real name.
On
I
what
mean, it
name?
is, but
Caden?
I don't see Caden here. You know Caden?
Because he's not here now. Mostly. He's kind of here. Maybe.
Isn't he
I'm not
like
sure on that.
Isn't he in your book?
Well, yeah. It's not like I can shake him and he pops out.
Slight of hand check. Rock.
Interesting. Interesting unprompted sleight of hand check.
13.
15. Your book plops out. Like it just out of its holster.
I think your book
Magnus just
wants
looked at it.
to be known, Rock.
Okay. I'll just open the book. I'll hold it open. If I can pick it out. Is it just laying there?
Yeah, you go to reach it and it jumps away.
What? Who's doing this?
Hands in the air. Not me.
Book? That book. I'll try and grab it again. Well, I'll jump at it.
It jumps off the ledge and kind of takes the arcane magic in here and starts to just float. And you just see it start flapping like pages like a bird.
That's new. I'm not doing that. That's new. Caden? Is that you? Are you doing this? Are you gonna jump out again?
Magnus looks at you. You want me to get the book? This is pissing me off. If you said Caden and that's him, I'm gonna get the book.
Do you know Caden Magnus?
Caden was Rocket's best friend.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, he was my best friend too. Wait.
Okay, I'm getting the book. You people have really pissed me off. And he spreads his wings and flying after the book. And the book keeps dodging him. It's gonna be a while. You just hear him
I'll
like
help.
yelling.
I'll try and catch the book too.
Okay. He'll like kind of swing and swoop and it kind of forces and corrals it to come by. You, Davis, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check to try to catch it.
Oh wow, sleight of hand. Okay.
Yeah, it's going fast.
I'm not even gonna waste the bardic on that. Jeez.
Okay. Yeah, it's just right by you. Probably.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
God damn it, book.
And you just hear him as he's flying. Here, you stupid cat! Like, yeah, they got history.
I'm
wait a
just gonna
minute.
watch, but I'm like half tucked into my shell because I don't. There's a lot to process right now.
Can Marb lock eyes with Cielo?
Sure, of course, why not?
A little twinkle in his eyes, ding! And then Marb's gonna dart after it.
You're gonna have a challenge.
Yeah.
Accept Barb's challenge.
Marb's gonna go too slow and takes off.
Alright, so Al, I will remind you, you have post haste. Remember what that does. Cielo, do you accept the challenge? You will make the.
Absolutely.
Alright, how fast do you guys move? I need to know.
How fast do I move? Way faster than Marv could ever dream of moving.
Does he know? Do you have spells?
So just to kind of set the scene, and then we'll for a second. So you guys are up here on suspended in midair with floating walkways and stairs as this book is like fluttering around. This giant gargoyle is swooping in, cursing and swearing as he's trying to catch this book, calling it a stupid cat. And then Marb and Cielo are now parkouring across these things, trying to catch up and try to intercept the flying cat book. This is D&D, guys.
As one does.
It's peak D&D.
It's peak D&D. I did not expect this to go this way. I love it. All right.
That
So,
is
I
also
know,
peak D&D.
Yeah. So no. Cielo. Let's look at max speed because I'm assuming you guys are going to be using everything to run. So Cielo is 50 feet. He can dash, and then bonus action dash. So 150 without. Okay. Just so I can get base speeds. Marb
I think
is
he's 120.
40,
Dash. Mhm.
which is a post haste dash, right? Which then gives him an additional movement speed.
And that's after the dash double, right?
Yeah. So I have to read it again. I don't exactly remember. Let's just click it here.
Okay.
All right. When you reach 14th level, when you use the dash action, you can move your speed an additional time. So yeah, he would go. So for one dash action, it would be 40, 80. Then he would use his movement for 120. Yeah.
Yes.
So relatively similar speeds. Okay, cool.
But then if he does catch up, could I do a grapple, sleight of hand, anything that's going on as part of that because of the action?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So that's where your action economy is a little bit different than his, right?
Ooh,
Well, plus he's
spicy.
got flight, so he can take more direct paths and stuff.
Whatever. How does Mark fly?
Oh, that's right. He's a Kenku. He's not an air car. Yeah, that's right. Never mind.
He wishes he could fly.
I was thinking
I
of
mean-
the RC.
I
Yeah.
have unflappable.
Well, he's got the
Not-
he's got the
not
little. Or
relevant,
actually, I think did Wiggs take the glider? I don't
No,
remember.
shit, no. Wiggs did repair the glider, just can't take another hit. That's right. He does have the glider.
There you go.
but- rewinding a little bit, after Marb locks eyes, he spans his wings.
It's on.
Then he goes too slow and he takes off.
So the second he takes off, can I rabbit hop up to him and try to grapple him?
Yeah, of
Oh
course.
boy.
Ooh.
PvP.
So- I don't think you have anything that allows you to use your dex for a grapple, Cielo, so you need to give me athletics to grapple.
Sure.
And then Marb can use either athletics or acrobatics to avoid it.
Ooh.
Oh, Dixie!
Whoa.
Oh,
So
like great. Athletics.
contested acrobatics.
Yeah, it can be acrobatics or athletics, whichever you want to use. That's a
Oh,
straight
wow.
up.
I do not have my bravura, or I would bravura him. I would
Wow.
totally do it.
Sorry.
I don't have it though.
Do I have anything that can boost this?
You guys can check. You guys.
I'm not gonna try to like take him down to the ground. I'm just gonna like grab onto their back and like hold on.
How
Oh, you want to
does
go for the ride? Is that
How
your...
does-
Oh yeah, I'm going on for a ride. They're not letting me go.
how does
Okay.
alacrity work? It just says grants advantage, and I don't know why.
Wait. What? Alacrity on Marb?
Yeah, ranger feature, top of the list.
Let's read.
Yeah, no, that's the parent feat. So then you gotta go look at what he got at 16. So he got
Okay,
extra,
extra side of it.
Kenku and parkour. So he's got parkour where he can use his dex for climbing and jumping. But that's for that. Yeah. So no, yeah, he doesn't have anything.
Like action and spell memory. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay,
Okay,
so parent feat. I was like, why does this make any sense?
So yeah, Yellow. If that is your intent, then yeah, for sure. So as Marb looks at you, spreads the glider's wings out, and starts to like leap off, you just rabbit hop, grab on, and Marb, you are flying and gliding with Cielo on you right now.
Marb might
Off it
do.
for half a second, and then it's like, what the fuck?
Marb will do an Aeol and roller too. Just what? Ah! No, get off! What are you doing? Didn't do anything. Scale's got too much of a grip.
Let me
Hey.
know if the book gets within 30 feet of me.
Uh oh.
I'm not gonna move, but if it gets within 30 feet.
If it gets within 30 feet, you'll what to the book? Sorry.
Oh, I just want to know if the book gets within 30 feet, like as it's
Okay.
trying to get away from everybody.
Yeah, sure. Here, do me a favor. Roll me a d6, Karis. That'll be my reference point. Okay,
Oh boy, it'll be a bit.
I'll let you know when to get there.
One more thing in the background. Al's gonna take out his whip and just kind of very slowly, lazily circle it around his head. He's not gonna do anything, but he's just adding to the the situation.
So yeah, at one point you'll see, as Karis, you're kind of paying attention. You'll see that Magnus is chasing the book. The book kind of goes through one of the railings and through the other side because it can kind of tuck in and start flying. And Magnus just barrels through, breaking some of the walkways. I said, "Get back here, you fucking cat!" And then Marv, you're like gliding with Al with Cielo trying to like barrel roll him off, and he's just holding on. Cielo, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Bunny, are you serious right now? Ooh.
Yeah, no, you're able to hold on because Marv's DC is not that high. Yeah, so you're holding on. You're like almost like a Cielo, but you just kind of grab on a little bit. He's like, you guys have
You don't weigh anything, I'd crash us both.
Yeah, I am taking this. And Marv, you're starting to go. You're not moving as fast as you would because it's got two people on here.
Yeah, once I realize that like they're all chasing it, I'll give up and I'm just gonna go sit cross-legged next to Rock, who's mostly tucked in, and just put my hand on his shell and be like, "It's alright, bud."
About how far is the book from us right now?
80 feet.
80 feet? Okay.
Mario will make an effort to if you're on his back specifically, he'll try and turn
Yeah.
his back away from the book anytime he's like coming in.
Oh.
So he's kind of like circling anytime you get close-ish, which I don't know, which is probably kind of far for us. He kind of circles away. You're like, nope.
So yeah, at one point the book begins to like veer and kind of turn towards you. Magnus is flying towards Marb. It's yellow. Marb, I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw to either avoid Magnus barreling into you as the book is flying towards you, or I need you to give me an acrobatics check to try to veer out of the way.
Okay. Ah, I gotcha.
So dexterity save to avoid getting hit and continue on the same course, like you're going for the book, or acrobatics to avoid getting hit and then just kind of loop around. Your choice.
We're going deck save. We've been aggressive with it, despite. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, you get it. So
27 bird eye.
So yeah, as you do that, you see it, and then you see the little book flapping towards you. You hear Magnus swearing, and then you just see these huge wings, whoop, whoop, and you
This good
just
is mine.
kind of turn around. Cielo, you have one chance to try to grab the book if you want to.
Marv's reaching out a hand.
I'm gonna jump right for Marb's face and then rabbit hop off of Marb's face
Okay.
towards the book and try to grab
Disrespect. You leap. Can I get a? This would be a sleight of hand check to try to grab the book.
Yeah.
And then Marb, as he leaps. All right, Marb, are you doing anything to impede Cielo's jump?
Yes. So does he move up Marb and then try to push off from his face?
Yes. So.
Do I have like the capability of like turning away once I notice Cielo trying to leverage the flight? If I can like just dive.
Oh, no, because you took the opportunity to like dodge out of
So
Magnus.
this is fast. Okay. Damn.
Very fast. This is all happening like within 6 seconds. So like you see him, you barrel under Magnus as his heavy wings flap, and then Cielo's running off of your face, just leaping for the book. So you have like a reaction essentially to try to mess up Cielo, try to reduce his roll a little bit.
For sure. My hand's extended. A swat is the go-to, but as a ranger, I think he might have a little more. Is there anything else they can add to that? I don't know
I
what
mean,
kind of reactions Marv has.
fortunately, Grant has Marb's torture hammer, so you can't use a torture hammer.
I miss Knee Buster. Knee Buster and Marv go way back.
Oh boy.
I just like how he gave it to Grant.
Somewhere Harley just shudders.
I like how Marv gave it to Grant, like, you'll need this someday. What? Huh?
The permanent, was it tinnitus? Is that right? The buzzing in the ear?
Yeah.
Is that
Oh,
what it
yeah,
is?
yeah,
God.
Permanent tinnitus in Harley's head just starts spiking.
yeah. Yeah, I
quick.
guess I go for a
Swipe
slap.
up. Alright, go
Swipe.
ahead and you can attack roll.
Okay.
Just you can use your, you can use your dexterity. Just not a ranged one. You're just trying to slap him a little bit. I'll give you that.
Thank you. Just swat him.
Right.
Does that hit
22.
you?
22 to slap.
Does that hit you, CeeLo?
My armor?
Yeah,
22?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
They say
Okay.
odds are lucky. I'm just gonna slap your foot.
Yeah. Slap him. Al, go ahead and roll me.
Owl or Marb?
Sorry, Marb. It'd be Marb, but it's Corbin. There, Corbin.
Me.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me. What would it be for him? I would do a hunter's mark. Go ahead and roll me a d6.
Mm. 5.
So you slap him. As you're leaping, Cielo, you kind of feel it and you kind of get twisted a little bit. You reach and you like just touch the book and you grab it, and then you're looking and there is nothing for you to land on, and it is like 100 feet down.
Ah!
What's everyone doing?
Would. I don't remember if Marb is a sore loser because he always won.
Ben
He
will
shoot-
start to position himself close to Cielo as he's falling.
What do you mean by close?
Well, he could feather fall whenever he's getting close to.
Okay. So yeah, you would have to feather fall early because they're coming. They're already.
Right.
Like, yeah. So Ben goes. Ben, go ahead and mark off the spell slot. You can use the cascade if you want to. If you're using a spell slot. If you're not,
Yeah, I have to for feather fall. I think I don't get a free use of it, or maybe I do.
I think it comes from his
It's
gifts to ride.
It is, but I don't remember. I may have done this one wrong and found it, but that's fine. I'll just use a spell slot and then we'll cascade it.
Yep. If you go to and just mark off that you can't use it for a first level.
I get it back.
So yeah, Yellow, for like a brief moment, you're like for 6 seconds, and you start as little starry mote sparkles just kind of come off of you, and you kind of looks at you, just gives you the double thumbs up. You start floating
Hey.
down, and then Magnus comes swooping by and just grabs you,
Oh,
and he starts taking you down faster, and he's like,
thanks,
lands down
Magnus.
100 feet down on the floor, and says, "Sorry, little rabbit." Grabs the book, looks at it, starts shaking the book viciously in front of you.
Let's talk about this.
So everyone else is like 100 feet above. It's just Cielo and Magnus and Caden, the book, down on the ground.
You can be late, but if Marb can drop
And
down,
then Marb, you can just kind of float around if you want to now.
he'll meet down there since Cielo.
So what's everyone doing?
He's a little peeved about it.
I'm gonna pop my head out.
Did you guys lose me?
No, we're here.
I'm gonna pop my head out.
No, scored.
Oh,
Oh,
he
it's,
lost us.
It's the one
Okay, so what was the last thing you guys heard? Sorry.
Did you
Heard
lose
everything.
me?
I heard all of yours.
Okay, cool,
Yeah,
cool.
we
Alright.
heard everything. Yeah.
Karos gives Ben a thumbs up as he like leans back and he's like, oh, I gotta jump off and catch him, but no, it's fine. It's under control.
once the situation's under control, Marb would kind of circle down and try and meet Ben, Cielo, Magnus down there. Alan and Loon would slowly walk over since it's under control. He'd gasp when Cielo's in free fall, but Ben's got it.
Mhm.
Loon even like prepped herself, but then so fast, it's already finished.
Mhm. So,
Just chilling with Rock.
all right. So I'm just gonna move people then. So Ben, Davis, and Rock are still up. Karos, are you working your way down, or are you staying up for right now?
I think Karos is still up there because I think he just assumed that they're gonna come back up because they were just trying to catch the book and all.
All right. So, and you said Loon went down, Allegretto. Did I understand that correctly?
Yeah, when she saw Cielo in free fall, she like
Yeah.
got cocked and took off. But then she kind of slowed down once she saw Cielo was safe. But she'll continue her path to get down there. Does Marv have a chance for a quick 2 sentences with Cielo?
Sure.
I'll give it a not bad, not bad. I mean, I shouldn't have trusted you to begin with, but I give it a jump. I'm still my eye on you though. This isn't over yet. But you're not bad. Marv will flip out one of his 8 knives. Be like, oh no, what do you? He probably do a feather, right?
He does do that.
Might do a feather instead. Yeah,
The feather.
yeah, he'll do a feather.
I think my Discord fucked up. 1 second.
Oh, ba-da-ba-ba-da.
Welcome
Hello.
Yeah, I thought I could hear it. Corbin went super robot on me for just a brief second. Like, I was like, oh god.
What's the last thing you heard?
Knives, and then he said, "Oh wait," and then I didn't hear anything.
He Marv might do a feather instead.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, flick.
Dang, you didn't even hear it. You knew what I was going for. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know Marv better than I do. Yeah.
It's true.
So yeah, hope like a feather. Yeah, token of I don't know about equal, but this is for you.
As you're handing him the feather, as Marv is handing him the feather, Magnus will try to intercept the feather. He's like, I need this.
Do we get any rolls or does he grab that shit?
No, if Marv is gonna if he's gonna make it difficult, then give me a sleight of hand, and Magnus will do a sleight of hand to try to grab it.
Yes.
All right. God, he is not very dexterous. I'm gonna roll it in here and see what
It's a rock thing. What the heck?
Yeah, even with all of his tower bonuses, there's no way. Yeah. You got it.
So he's even
So
kind of
Magnus
slow
is
about it. He's like, "Huh?" He'll
It's-
keep it the minimum effort to keep it just out of reach of Magnus.
Just tauntingly.
got it. And you'll just see Magnus look up. He's like, Quilly! Quilly! And Quilly will float from above Rock Davis as you're kind of patting him. Quilly will going to float, and then just kind of drift on his way down to Magnus.
Okay, that's gonna turn an arrow and Quilly,
Yes,
attack.
Yeah, that's
Quickly, turn into a cruise missile.
yeah. All right. So, I will start with the group on the top, and then we will go to the group on the bottom.
So real quick,
So-
so Magnus has the book now.
Magnus caught Cielo, who has the book, and then he took the book out of Cielo's hands.
Right.
Because Cielo was like literally just shook it up and like, alright, Mike.
Like, give me that.
And then like Magnus was viciously shaking the book, like, like pissed off.
So yeah, what about the group above?
So above anyone, so Davis is with Pebble and Rock, but is anyone on the above group doing anything in particular? There are a few sets of walkways and stairs that have now just been completely destroyed by Magnus barreling through them.
Oh boy,
He was pissed.
it's his
I'm
tower.
gonna want my book back. If it is my book.
That's his. Don't
Yeah.
don't destroy it. Don't mess with it.
Well, good luck destroying it. You watch it all and shit fly around.
Whoever's got
Good
the
point.
book, we will hurt you.
So, Rock, I will give you this, and it's just something that kind of dawns on you, and I think it's kind of clear. Certain wizardly items inside of a wizard's tower seem to have other properties. And Quilly being able to do more stuff, and your Caden / your book being able to do a lot more stuff inside of mage towers. So the one thing is, don't expect Quilly to be able to do everything once you leave this tower, or don't expect your book to be able to do all these things once it leaves your tower.
He's gonna be tired.
Story.
And then after I yell that out, I'm just gonna like half tuck in again and How close are you to me, Davis?
I'm like right next to you. I'm like, if I don't think you want me to like have my hand on your shell constantly, but I kind of would if it felt like it would be comfortable. Like, I'm trying to just.
I'll leave that up to you. But you'll just hear me muttering like everything in my life not being on vision, stupid book, stupid Caden. Just don't understand why everything thinks I'm something else when I'm just rock. This is. But then there was another rock. Get rocket, but I'm rock. But that seems very coincidental. Now I'm just feeling like Caden maybe is my friend and just using me. And like, just this is unacceptable, and I just want to be rock.
Can Al overhear this?
Yes.
Hey, it's no. You're rock to us. His name's even Rockhead. It's like little rock. He's trying to like he's looking up to you. He's trying to like he's a poser trying to figure out what you do. I don't even know about timelines. I don't give a shit about timelines, but he's somebody else. He's some little guy. I don't know what the hell. I like your tower better. I'm like, is there anything? You said the rafters were mostly damaged, right?
Just some of them off at a distance. Like, keep in mind, there's dozens and dozens of these floating stairs and raftways and walkways. Just to show you how pissed off Magnus was. He was just barreling through them trying to catch the book.
I'll kind of not add on to that, but like, yeah, it is weird when. I mean, you can be whoever the heck you want to be, but sometimes you may not necessarily realize all that you are, if that makes sense. Because, like, I don't know, look at me. I was just some guy, and now I've got, like, a fox spirit that is with me all the, like, and I can summon a cool weapon, and
Your glaive lives in you.
yeah, it's. I don't know. I mean, I think nobody should be forced into being anything they don't want to be, but I think it might be worth trying to understand what you maybe could be, if that makes sense. But again, if you just want to be rock and you just want to be the way you are now, that's totally fine. None of us are gonna say anything else, but it might be interesting to find out what could be, though. That's all I'm saying.
I don't respond other than I'm just still muttering.
Okay.
It just continues.
Take your time, buddy.
continuously.
It's a lot. I get it.
Rock, give me a religion check. Magnus, roll me a d10, because you did nice dialogue. Al, roll me a d4.
Cause you did shit dialogue.
Oh, I mean, he's there. He's helping.
Somebody asked for a 1 on a caltrip? 4!
Oh.
I rolled less than that.
Step it
I
up.
got a nat 20.
Up! Rock's ascending. Let's go.
30, 20, 29 on Rock, plus 7.
Mhm.
36. Okay, I should not. The DC was 35.
Woo!
So good job.
Fucking teamwork.
So, it's on the fly. So, Rock, just to explain what the DC are, because this place is not for your deity. However, because you're muttering, and your muttering is akin to prayer as you're trying to calm yourself and try to figure it out, as you're half tucked in your shell, Al and Davis, you guys will start to see a little bit of the runes, the injuries, let's say, from inside the maze. Rock's back, the mathematical equations, they begin to kind of glow subtly. But then inside of where he's tucked in, there's this beautiful blue teal glow starting to emanate. Rock, your holy symbol around your neck, your chunk of coral begins to glow. And you just hear the voice, "Sweetie, come on. Calling me out here? This is, I don't like it. But I'm here for you, little one." Buna. You are who you are. Your friend's right. Just because you're come from something unsavory doesn't mean you're not savory. You're sweet. Little Seafoam? I cheer you up.
I
Caden's not your
don't
enemy. He didn't
want
mean
to be mad at everybody right now, but I currently don't trust anything. Now's not a good time to be popping out. Don't worry, you're fine, because other people who told me I'm fine had apparently agendas or something, or nicknamed me after their previous best friends.
All right, honey. When you're feeling better, go down to the main rooms and do what you do best. Look around. You'll find some truths there. I'll be here guiding you. Just remember, you are. I honestly, Rock, I don't remember your character's original name. I was looking for it in my notes.
That's okay. It hasn't been said to anyone
Yeah.
Works on Caleb.
She will say your name because I can hear it. The other ones can't hear it. So, because you haven't revealed it to anybody else. She'll say your real name. Your real name. And then, yeah, your name. You are redacted. No. And it's, you're someone that has a chance to do great things. And again, listen to Caden. He's not your enemy. And you can feel her kiss your forehead, even though she's not there, but you can kind of feel that sensation.
Is that a tweet?
Where did she say to go? Go to the main what?
Main room.
She said, go to the main room and do what you do best.
Did any of us hear any of that?
Yeah, Dave isn't out. You guys were in proximity.
Okay.
And then Carl and Ben would see the glowing blue and teal, beautiful, comforting, calming aura kind of coming off of Rock, you know. Oh, the other one other thing, sorry. We're all the sum of our secrets, and yours are wonderful.
Yeah, it feels so wonderful. Everything's nothing and nothing's everything. I don't even know what I mean right now, and I'm just gonna march off to the main room, I guess.
Stomp. Yeah, as you start stomping, all the carriages very quickly get in your way. They like very fast. They can sense your frustration.
I'm following.
Davis and
I think
Al,
was really deep. Let's go.
Al, it was very much like a grandmother comforting her grandchild. It was very sweet, very calming, very pleasant. And I think you have heard her voice before, so you guys do recognize her voice.
Following silently with Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'll be kind of looking at Al and kind of be like, what the hell was that? That was cool.
Oh yeah, magic. Owl.
Yeah.
That was prayer.
But yeah.
Oh, it's a religion check. Yeah.
Alright.
It's
So-
beyond me.
Yeah. So once you guys all gather, Magnus not able to grab the feather. He puts the book on the ground and is just stepping on it so it can't get anywhere. Literally pinning it. I'm gonna need 1 second because my cats are being bad. Y'all can decide what you guys are doing down.
Okay.
Kitty. Now Kitty's a big kitty.
So listen. The bunny caught the book. The bunny gets the feather. You got the bunny. Doesn't mean you got the book though, so you don't get the feather. And he's just constantly moving it a little out of the way while he's talking. He won first. I mean, I could stab him and take the book from him, but I don't know, we're friends of, I don't know how it works. You're cool though. You might get a feather soon, Magnus. Bunny, please grab the feather
A
already.
stone being with a feather.
Right.
I don't have pockets in this thing. I don't know where to put it. Oh,
wait,
I'm
did
a
you-
tower.
So you did not give him the feather, right? I'm just making sure I didn't mishear you while I was...
Spot on.
Got it.
Yeah, just barely keeping an inch out of Magnus's grasp.
Okay.
Still trying to hand it to Cielo, and I'm explaining. Marby's explaining to Magnus why it's for Cielo. He got it first. He won. Come on.
Yeah, I heard that. Okay. It's like, fine. I got Quilly. It's like... And then as you guys all kind of gather, he's got the book pinned. He looks at everybody. It's like... Okay. Magnus would like to apologize for flying into a fit of rage.
It's your house.
Oh,
You're my
Oh.
guest.
Alpha
was a
Thomas
bad-
case. You're good.
He points to Rock. It's like, you? If you are part of my old man, welcome home. And if that is friend, I need explanations.
I mean, he'll explain if he wants to. He doesn't have to.
No. I need to know how one wizard that wasn't a turtle is now a turtle. And I need to know how another wizard that was a tabaxi is now a book.
Whose book?
That book.
That book,
Yeah.
the one I'm stepping on. And he kind of grinds his foot a little bit into it. And he like looks at you. It's like, you two, in another life, were best friends.
I don't have answers. I'm just Rock,
Yeah, he's.
and
that-
I have
he's
somewhere I need to be.
Okay.
Do you say I have somewhere I need to be? Rock, that golden disc that you have on your person,
Yep.
whatever reason, this is deep over. You're kind of reaching through your thing, kind of thinking what Buna said, like do what you do best, and you're kind of taking some of your things off of your back, kind of loosen, lighten up, and you kind of put that in the disc, fumbles out, and you go to kind of pick it up, and you can read it now, and it says, a golden compass with no needle always points in the right direction.
Yeah.
And you understand that it means anywhere the owner of this item is in the right place. You were meant to have this, and you were meant to take it to places that it was supposed to always be. Like, it's not you fulfilling its destiny, it's marking that like you are a significant person, and everywhere you go, you will change the world. You are always going to be in the right place at the right time. And that's not because you're Rocket, that's because you're Rock. And yes, it is a Mothras thing, so you can finally check that off the list.
Is it 13 he had, I think? I wanted to say 11, but I don't think it's 11. It's 13, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
11 is the Pantheon and the Hendecolite. He was Mothras' 13.
Okay.
For the 13. So yeah, so Rock, for you. So I just want to make sure this is not meant to make CJ think Rock would be sad or mad. This is a very good, affirming kind of confirmation thing. It's like everywhere you have was where you were supposed to be. And everywhere you will go is where you are supposed to go. But not because someone has a plan for you, but because you are Rock. You are that pertinent to the story of this existence.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep trying to go to the room, and I'm gonna be muttering in a language that nobody around me can understand
Okay.
to myself. And I just need to go to the main room, and look around. And also, I'm gonna fool around with every magic item I have. They all seem to be doing weird things.
That's fine. As you're kind of walking around, doing your separation, getting your space, repeating those words, do what you do best. And that meant, for her, she means find answers, find the truth. The rest of the group around Magnus, unless you guys tell me otherwise, and Quilly is over here, and he's like, and you'll just see Quilly and Magnus, and Magnus will say, Quilly, can you dust it off, please? And he reaches down, grabs the book, holds it, and you'll just see Quilly kind of glow a little bit and just start to dust the book off. And as the dust kind of flies off of the book, you'll see that it starts to kind of form a dust cloud. And then an apparition of Caden will appear out of the book.
Hi, Caden.
And Caden just says hi and just steps right behind you, Davis.
Oh,
And he's like looking at you. Let me
we
find
go way
his
back.
Yeah. Can you tell Magnus not to punch me in the face, please?
Yeah, listen to what he says. Don't punch him in the face. I think he means the book, not... Anyway, just be careful.
There you go. So yes, another property is revealed. Quilly in here can reveal secrets while in the tower. That's called dusting off. So you have a dust apparition of Caden. You have a gargoyle. This mage tower's getting weird.
So, Magnus, why did you want to talk to Caden? And why are you angry?
I haven't seen Caden for as long as I haven't seen Rock. Of course I'm gonna be pissed knowing that I said Rocket. Of course I'm gonna be mad. Never came and visited. Left. Why did he just leave? Magnus is sad.
Sorry.
Magnus is not feeling it.
But he's here now.
Yeah, but he's not him. Look at him.
Wow,
Not
that's the
even
only way I
real.
know him.
He just puts his hand through him and the dust kind of separates and then kind of reforms.
Yeah, he
You
wasn't
die.
dust before he was... I don't know, just like a... specter or something.
Yeah, I could tell you what he is. I could tell. He's the same thing as me. He's a bound soul. Bound to that stupid book.
So whose book was this?
Caden was a books, multiple. It's my book, originally. But it has Rocket's pages in it.
Oh. Okay.
I believe, and he kind of looks over and he kind of sees Rock walking around, muttering, kind of looking through bookshelves and looking through just everything.
Hey, Magnus, do you mind? And then I'll just, like hold up my hand and see if he'll let me see the book.
Then Ciel will say, not Ciel, Caden will say, it's not going to go anywhere.
No, yeah, I just want to see, because I don't... Since we figured out the puzzle, the cipher,
Yeah.
we should be able to read Rocket's stuff, right? Pretty sure I couldn't read this book before.
No.
I'm gonna take a look at it now.
Right. Magnus hands it over to you, looks at Caden. If this book flies again, don't make it fly again. Just hands it to you. Got the book.
Yeah, I'll start looking through the pages, because I'm guessing before it was just gibberish.
Yeah, Davis, something you forgot, because I don't know how many times you've held Rock's book. It's heavy. It's a tome. It's a big book. Like,
Yeah, I probably haven't held
yeah,
it too much, but I'm sure I've seen Rock leafing through it and stuff because he's been studying it and such.
it's a big, heavy book, and it's heavier than you would imagine. Like when he actually hands it to you, and you're holding it, you kind of
Yeah.
feel the heft, and you're kind of flipping through it, and yeah, you see some parts of it where there's writing that's like you can tell it's like what Rock put in the book, but then you find pages and you're like, you kind of squint and look at it a little bit, and then you kind of see like the words kind of form and the shapes kind of take a different meaning to you, and you're kind of like, you can't read it, but you can understand it. And you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
this is, whoa. So yeah, it's,
Doesn't make a
let's
lot
just
of
say,
sense, but I can at least understand
you
it.
get the idea of it. Like, you look at the shield spell, you can understand this is like to protect me, right?
Yeah, it's got the ab something. Aber.
That was the aspiration there, Davis.
Yeah.
Cadence. Yeah, that's right. That would be the shield spell. Good job.
Okay. Weird. And then I'll just close the book and give it back to him. Like, wow.
So, now that I'm in a place that I can be myself, I haven't been here in over 400 years. Magnus, I'm sorry I did not visit. I have been dead for a very long time. Magnus kind of looks down. It's okay. Forgive you for dying, dumbass.
Caden,
What's every?
what was Magnus's? Or he didn't really have a name before, I guess. But yeah, this is Magnus, by the way. Nice. I'm glad to introduce you guys.
Oh yeah, I heard you guys call him. The moment we entered the tower, I kind of came to consciousness again. I was just listening.
Okay.
Magnus was a good name for him. Yeah, no, I don't think Rock ever gave him a name. He just called him Hugh.
Me and Rocket.
Sorry, yeah, Rocket. He's mad at me, isn't he?
I'll have to ask him.
Yeah. He's not going to remember anything. He's got nothing to remember. This is not his fault. None of this is. I mean, it's the original him's fault. But that's not Rock. That was Rocket.
What does that mean exactly?
Magnus, couch. Let's make it comfortable. We're gonna need to sit down and talk. And you just see a bunch of really plush furniture start moving on its own, getting around. Y'all sit, I talk. I owe you that at least. Okay. We'll start a little bit, we'll take a break, and then we'll come back. So, as you guys kind of gather, I'm assuming Rock, you will not join. However,
Yeah,
Rock,
I'm very mad at Katie.
yeah. However, Rock, go ahead and give me an investigation check, and I'll note that down, and I'll think about it during the break, okay? Alright, so Caden will say, what can I say? Rocket and I were childhood friends. We grew up. Nice, natural 20, Rock. Oh, God. Okay. Sometimes the dice work. See? And Buna said, do what you're good at. And what do? Natural 20. Can't script it. Nice, man. Congrats. All right. I'll think about that because that's a lot.
We grew up.
We grew up in the slums. We were flea bitten, half starved. No future. Even as kids, we knew no future. We'd be lucky if we made it to our teens. Extra lucky knowing that we'd make it, if we did live long enough, that we would just get put somewhere on the front line somewhere during the Black War and inevitably killed. Lambs to the slaughter. Expendable pieces. Well, I don't remember how old we were. Young. Life was hard when you're that little and you have to grow up real fast. I'd say in our 6th year of life, maybe 7th, a man came to the slums. A man that didn't belong in the slums. He came with a purpose and he came standing out, knowing that no one in the slums could do anything about it, or anything to him. Dressed in fine robes, carrying a gnarled staff, causing all eyes to follow as he walked. That man stopped at the little shack that Rocket's parents called home. He came for Rocket. He offered the mother and the father more gold than any of us have ever seen. And to be fair, none of us had ever seen a piece of gold in our lives, so that doesn't mean much. But it was a pouch of gold. The parents instantly gave up their child. They didn't care what the man's intentions were. That evening, whenever Rock came home with me, after playing in the mud, stealing what food we could from some carts to have some lunch, parents told him to go with the man. They didn't even say goodbye. I didn't see Rocket for about 20 years. Anyways, there I am now. Older, somehow managed to survive. Ended up being really good at stealing things. Really good at dodging things. Managed to avoid most of the nastiness of the war. And there was a mark. So, took my chance. Go in, go out, get what's good. Another day, another coin. Stop the mark. Do what I can. He stops me. He looks at me in the eyes, and I recognize him. This old, hunched over, shriveled up man wasn't an old, hunched over, shriveled up man. He was the same man from that day that took my best friend away. And he let me know that I had an opportunity. That day, when he came for Rocket, he didn't realize there was 2 of us. And that's when my life changed. That's when I saw my best friend again, after 20-some years. Of course, he had a 20-year head start. He apprenticed under this man, who ended up being a incredible wizard. One of a kind. The man could perform what we would think were miracles daily. And there was Rocket. 20 years. Learning. The man saw potential in him. He felt his potential, he told me. Said there was something strange about that little flea-bitten slum. There was something powerful and some type of potential that the man was drawn to. He thought it was Rocket. He was right. Half of it was Rocket. The other half was me, Caden. So, initially, it was amazing. I was with my best friend again. I was learning, performing magic, doing miracles, minor miracles. You know, light a candle from across the room, just looking at it. I was able to pick up a book off a desk from 30 feet away. I just waved in my hand. Little did I know that was just the beginning. That's why we'll take a little break.